is up, everyone? I am Jamie with Three Little Goats Homestead, and we still have some snow on the ground. It's melting. It was like 55 yesterday. I was hoping it would all be gone, but alas, it is still here. But hopefully by the end of this week it'll be gone because it's slippery. But today we got kind of an important day. Today we are picking up meatloaf from the butcher. So we gotta get chores done and get on the road. So let's get started.
Oh.
Hello there.
Hello.
Alright, so we ended up buying some, what are those things called?
Totes.
Yeah, because the butcher we're using this time doesn't have bags or boxes or anything, so they ask you to bring your own stuff to bring home your animal in. So we got totes. We don't think we got enough, so we got a tarp.
Like, well, why buy more totes when I have a container here?
This is true. So that is the plan.
$6.
Yeah, $6 versus $9 each. A lot cheaper. But we can reuse the totes for each time. Thankfully, I already cleaned out this freezer and transferred everything to the other freezer, so it's empty with the exception of some sheets. And some ice packs. Right here. So this is officially Tex. This is what, I think a 21 cubic foot chest freezer.
Yes.
And it is full. We actually had to put some of the stuff in another freezer because there was just no room. So we won't even really be eating much out of here for a few weeks because we still have Chucky in that freezer. So all the ground beef is at the bottom, roasts are in the middle, ribs and briskets are at the end, steaks are at the top with a couple ribs left over. And then we got fajita meat this time, which we haven't gotten before, so I'm excited to try that, but it'll be another 8 weeks before I can. So I'm excited to try the fajita meat, but it'll be another 8 weeks before I can.
Guarantee it's gonna be delicious. Go watch me eat it.
So that is a freezer full of beef. All right, so now that everything's put up, we're going to talk about what it really costs to raise a steer. Now, these are honest numbers from our farm. They are going to vary greatly from area to area and what your costs are going to be. This is what it cost us to raise Tex for 2 years. So Tex was born right here on the farm, so girl math tells me that he was free. I know there are costs associated with raising his mom, but that is offset with them being dairy cows and paying for themselves. So Tex was butchered at about 24 months old, and over his lifetime here on the farm, he went through about 96 bags of feed, give or take a little bit, and those bags would cost us anywhere between $8 and $10 each, depending on the time of year and where we got them from. So that puts our total grain cost at about $860-ish, give or take a little bit less. Now, he also did eat hay, but not a whole lot. Thankfully, we only have to feed hay around here for about 3 to 4 months out of the year, and we get a really good deal on our round bales. So I would say he probably ate about 2 round bales just on his own, and those cost us about $50 each, so about $100 there in hay. Now, we also feed all of our entire herd minerals, and so those are sometimes people forget to calculate that in. And over his lifetime, he probably spent about $90 in minerals. Now, thankfully, we had 0 vet costs with him. He had no treatments, no emergency calls, and so that is the best case scenario. So let's talk about butchering now, because this is where a lot of confusion happens if you've never butchered out a steer or if you've never bought a steer from the butcher. So Tex's hanging weight was 594 pounds. Now, hanging weight is not the same thing as live weight. Live weight is when that animal is up, walking, and he is up on his hooves, moving around. Hanging weight is what the carcass basically weighs after the things like the head, the fur, the organs, the blood, all of that stuff has been removed. That is your hanging weight. And this weight is what our butcher actually charges us for. So he doesn't charge for live weight, he charges us for the butchering of the hanging weight. Now, as a general rule, hanging weight is usually around 50 to 60% of live weight, and so your final take-home beef will actually be even less than that because extra fat's going to be trimmed off and there's going to be loss with cuts and things like that. So we brought home just a little bit less than his hanging weight. So our butcher charges us 69 cents per pound for hanging weight plus a $55 slaughter fee. So the processing math will look a little bit like this. 594 pounds times 69 cents comes out to $409.86. And then you add in the slaughter fee. So the total processing for him was $464.86. So when you add everything together, feed, hay, mineral, and processing, we're sitting between $1,400 and $1,500 on the high and low end, from raising Tex from a bottle calf all the way to the time he got put in the freezer farm. So when you take that total cost and divide it by the 594 pounds of hanging weight, our average cost comes out to about $2.50 per pound, give or take a few cents depending on how much we lost after all of the cuts were made. So that number is based on hanging weight, not grocery store prices, and not retail cuts. It's the real cost of raising the animal, feeding it for 2 years, and getting it professionally processed. So when people compare home-raised beef to store prices, it's not an apples-to-apples comparison. Store beef is priced per pound of finished cuts. These numbers that I'm giving you are based on feed, time, and hanging weight long before he actually goes into the freezer. Now, we are extremely grateful that we have the ability to raise our own beef on our farm, because one, it saves us a ton of money, and two, it gives us the opportunity to know exactly what is going into our food, which is priceless in my opinion. Now, I understand not everybody can raise their own steer, and even if you can raise your own steer, if you don't have one already on farm, the price of calves right now are just ridiculous. But if you have the opportunity to talk to a local butcher or a local farmer and you want to get locally sourced beef, sometimes it's cheaper just to get it straight for the farmer. I know around here you can get a whole cow, you can get a half a cow, you can get a quarter of a cow, and even compared to store-bought prices, it is a lot cheaper, and you know exactly what's going in it. So I am going to end this video because it is getting cold. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It really helps. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We put out new videos every single week. And I'll see y'all in the next one.